does have 3,160 hours on it. And it does roll coal.
You are now watching the 2023 season of Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel. Kind of a gloomy morning. And, well, you can look around. Over an inch. I don't remember the last time I dumped that out, but that's enough rain. So, update on where we're at. Garden's very overgrown. There's still lettuce growing. I got carrots. Tomatoes are actually cruising right along. I got to pick these tomatoes up. We were done with any of the squash and things like that. I think there's a few over here, but otherwise we got some sweet corn that's going to finish out, and our green beans are left, and we got to weed everything else out so we don't look as homeless. But alrighty, appreciate you guys watching along, and here's where we're at. Combine. Let's get it put together so we know what we're dealing with, and then we're going to go from there. See exactly, run through it, grease it. I got some work to do on that truck, so that's ready to rock and roll. And 27, a lot of people picked up, the hood's not on it still. Well, yes, the hood is not on it because we got to do that valve cover gasket. So that is on our list. We'll probably take the bucket off for that, since a lot of people said that, because then you can just reach right in there, do the valve cover gasket nice and quick and easy. We'll go from there. But duals on today, ladder on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put the ladder on by myself, but we'll give it a try. And then we can move this out of the way, and it should be good to go. So appreciate you guys, and let's get after it. So we got these adapters that actually space the duals out, and then these are 18-438s. So honestly, at the end of the day, same as pretty much a lot of tractor tires. That has 4640 has 18-438s on it, right? Or no, I never remember. They're 460 48s, right? 460 85-38s, which are equivalent on 18-438. So at some point we will put some duals on that. A lot of people have asked, why did I not use that for hay? We were already hooked up. Well, Aaron's stuff. We were literally going from his father's place, my place, back to his father's other location. And then he took it back to his place to rake other hay. So it would make no sense to unhook that, to then hook it on to the rake, to then take it back off. And as far as the mower, hooking that to the mower doesn't make any sense because it's self-propelled. So I'm a little confused on some of the comments because there's some people in the fantasy world. Alrighty. So 27, I'd really like to get the steps on. That way it's easy to get in and out of the cab while we mess around. And it'll be easy enough. But how this works is there's two shafts right there, right? They slide into these holes. And from there, you got set screws that just hold them. So nothing too crazy. As far as making that happen. But one-man show might be a little more interesting. I do have the bale spear on, which I'm thinking it might help me get into that little pocket there. But we will see in a minute. I'm gonna set it down and pick it up. It is a little awkward, especially by yourself. Yeah, what could go wrong? One is longer, so hopefully we can get that one in first and see. It's in now to some degree. Probably go down a little bit, make sure the front's in. It's not supported on the front, but that front shaft's longer. Help you get it lined up like that. And it's on. So right here, it actually goes from a shaft, pipe, slides through another one, so it was hitting there. So once I backed up, put that underneath, picked it up, then we were good to go. Just got to tighten those up. Okay, got the jam nuts tightened up on there. Ladder is on. We're good to go there. Take my wrench set, take the auction piece off. So this did come from Michigan, as I said. And how it was understood was the next generation stepped in and wanted nothing but new stuff, so they sold anything that was older. And I think it was a nephew or something. So the guy that they bought it from, I bought it from, Travis talked to him, was really, really nice guy. Sharp. It's just got some weathering on it, a little bit of buffing, and it should be pretty good to go. I think we got some lights to update on some of it, but overall, like, it is all there. It is very sharp. We gotta, hopefully that's somewhere, that cover, or we're gonna make one. Okay, ladder's on, but we gotta adjust this spring, figure out what we gotta do here, because when you hit this, it should pop up, and it doesn't until you really give it some motivation. So when you're standing up there trying to raise the ladder up, it doesn't work very well. We need some more tension on this spring, since it should ride like that. That way when you're in the mud or dragging stuff, you're not dragging your ladder with you. Now I want to see if it will move some more, because you're supposed to be able to click there and then go up. That's better, but not as good as it should be. I'm still not satisfied with how it's moving. I did realize if you jam something right in there, you can unthread it more and it will give it more spring. We got this piece here and I was like, oh, I'll put that right in there. Too long. But as I was standing here, something showed up. So let's get it out and see. It's always a good day when a Vevor box shows up. And this is gonna make the shop good. Something I have never had in my life. Not personally. Always borrowed somebody else's and didn't always go that great. So let's see what we got. We got some things and an Allen wrench. Vevor chop saw. That is pretty good. I like that. We've never had a chop saw of our own. Always borrowed somebody's. So it will be pretty slick. Oh, and it's got a metal blade already on it. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, pretty pumped. So we'll give that a try. We'll cut off machine is what it's called. Link will be down below, but we'll give it a try. And then, yeah, I didn't lock it in first. And from there, we'll see, we'll probably utilize it a lot more in the future because, well, we got to build a bumper for that other truck. We almost ripped it off the other day when we were stuck in the mud. But let me put this in and we'll chop that piece up. As we all know, Vevor has been a great partner of the channel. Everything from refrigerator for the car, air jacks, welding table, air hose, reels. Now, plasma cutter, welder, and now chop saw. So we're gonna give this a go, see how the blade works out. Mag drill, we gotta use the mag drill, the tire bead bit breaker. Like, fantastic stuff. And as their quote says, what did it say? Tough tools, half price. That's their quote. So, alrighty, I'm gonna measure up how much space we got. We'll cut that little square piece. Could have done it with a grinder, could have done it with this, that, but that product right there, got to give it a little go, and we got plenty of things to do with it after. So if we make a little piece that's going to hold that, so if we make it 4.5 inches, it will be good to go. We'll make it 4. That way we got some room. So right now This is almost 6.5. And as you see, we cut it with the plasma cutter. It's not flush, so we'll give it a go as far as this. Somebody's pulling my driveway. Just turning around. Yep, just turning around. Got it all measured up. Lock it in. Get some safety glasses. Somebody did send me a bunch of safety glasses, so I appreciate it. I forget the name on the box. Some days we're safe. You know, we're all about safety on the channel. But this thing's got a bunch of adjustable for angles, hold down. I don't know if we'll end up, we probably should end up bolting this down to something. But having it portable is always nice. Huh. Not at all what I expected, actually. Usually they're loud, they're noisy, they take off spinning fast, and then they bog down everything I've run. But that's a hell of a good cut. Look at that. And it's pretty much ice cold. So it's got one of those blades. Oh, let me unplug it and I'll read the blade. I have zero idea on the blade, but that was ice cold after it got done running, and it wasn't turning extremely fast like I'm used to on the saws, so. Alrighty, we're gonna have to use this more on some more projects, such as, like I said, we gotta build that bumper on the Mac before we really get into corn, because when we get stuck, we need somewhere to hook to, and I don't wanna rip that bumper right off, plus we look a little homeless, so we gotta do some thinking. But now that we got this, we can put that in there, and well, link down below for all the Vevor stuff that I've used. I'm still amazed by that saw. We might, when I get done with this, we might mess around and cut something bigger and see. But that went through that like it was butter, which is good. But if we put that up in here and then we lift it up, it will be good to go. So we got a little bit of room. That way we got some adjustment. After a lot of messing around, I think I got it. Push down. Up she goes. Unlock. Down she goes. We're good now. So, a little bit of spring adjustment, some greasing. A lot of spring adjustment actually. But that makes it so if you're down here, pretty much goes up by itself all the way. But the biggest thing is when you're in a rush and you get back in the cab, if you hit that lever and you get that and it's fighting you, it just makes for a long day. So it's the little things. People wonder why projects take so long. And well, some people don't show all the little details. They're like, oh yeah, everything went good. Showing you guys what's really going on. So, alrighty. Now that we got the ladder figured out, let's clean up what we don't need here. I'm still amazed at how well that chop saw cut. Like, for the price too. Absolutely amazed. Alrighty, let me clean my mess up. I was using this to hold that up till I realized that putting that little adapter would get it to go all the way. And now we're in a good place. So I got the ladder on. Ladder moves. Ladder and platform. Bolts are all in that box. I'll show you that. But flip the lights on. I was like, I'll see what's going on. And in the meantime, I was like, I wonder if that, yep, is in there. So we do got everything for it. I do got to get a parts manual or a owner's manual, operating manual. But all the lights in the front, including the light bars, work. We got some upgrading I'd like to do on some lights, since, you know, we don't work at night ever. Need one cover for the safety lights there. And even the unload auger light works. So that's living on, and it's starting to rain. Drizzle just a little bit, but alrighty. Let's get the adapters on, the spacers, and then go from there. Well, it rained enough just to mess things up. And yeah, the windows are open, so I gotta shut those. But we're jumping in it, moving some things. I was on the phone with Isaiah for a quick minute, and Well, they might be moving some stuff around in anticipation of chopping some corn, but radio does work in there, which is awesome. No A-track though. One speaker doesn't work, one does. So we got some jams for fall. So we got 2 spacers. They can only go one way. That way it pushes the wheel out far enough. As you see, threads on one side, none on the other side, because that bolts into the next hub. 2 different style bolts. Those are for the wheels. This is actually for the spacer. Okay, got them all on. Put the extension on and send them. So we'll go around and do all of them. Put it on with the gun, then took the big breaker bar, 1 inch and everything, and they're tight. We got to make sure we'll come back and check them, because when you're on some hillsides, duals are going to be good, but if they're loose, we're going to have a bad day. Figures the top tire that's over there goes on the other side, but what we got to do, move our boxes, get everything cleaned up, drive this up on a block of wood, so then that can fit on nice and easy. Tire, some blocks, back up, see what goes on. Ladder go down. Ladder went to first stop. Ladder go down. Alrighty. That is so cool. So now from up here. Oh, that is so nice. What do we got? I got oh, the shields are popped down, so we're gonna pop those up. I didn't even think about the, or the extension pieces. 222 bushels it can hold in here, it says. And we do have a light in here. Somebody took good care of this thing, like really good care of it, so pretty exciting. Oh, gotta turn the radio down. I was in here jamming earlier. What do we got? We gotta take it out of gear. It does have 3,160 hours on it. And it does roll coal. Okay, hopefully we got enough height. So push that. I'm kind of amazed that I got that on like second try. Rotate it around a little bit. 1 bolt's in. That way we can get it up there and get another one. Huh. That just means the other side's gonna fight us though. Right? That's how that goes. Alright, now that that's in, we can tinker around, let it down, swing it. Oh, there it is. Might need a little bit of encouragement. Oh, too far encouragement. Oh, go back. There we go. Alrighty, put them all in, zing them. So I picked it up and I came over and I was like, alrighty, we're good. It's backwards. Yep. Gotta flip it around. Extension's on. Just gotta pick that tire up and on she goes. So we gotta take the block of wood out from under this side, throw it on the other side. So we gotta pull forward. There she goes. I gotta run post office before it closes, and then we're gonna work on the 27. But holy smokes, she's wide now. Looks so good. That is a big feeder housing. That is pretty cool to come rolling into. I like it. I like it a lot. All revved up because Robert's here. And oh, we're back. I gotta mag drill that license plate so it stops being a mess. Yeah, that thing looks awesome. But we're talking about chop saw. You're gonna cut it right in the middle?
Yep.
All right, give it a go.
That thing's an animal.
Ain't it? No sparks, nothing?
No.
I'm used to the old ones that...
Low sparks.
And it's completely... like no heat.
That's nice.
What a world to live in. So, alrighty.
Check them out.
Vevor. I actually got to grab the mag drill. Drill 2 holes in the back for this license plate so that I don't rip it off.
Price.
Tough Tools, half price. Link is down below for all this cool stuff. Oil. Well, we're drilling 2 holes for a license plate. Need a little bit of oil. Lubrication. Don't mind the messy shot behind me. Chasing something. Okay, the things left on that silage truck. Power steering line leaks a little bit. I think it's the feed. We got to wash it down and see. And front bumper. Once we do that, we should be good to run for the year, as far as when we get into some silage for ourselves and whatnot, and a little bit of trucking. But front bumper, we gotta do something different. When I got stuck the other day, I was worried that we were gonna pull that whole bumper off because we bent it quite a bit being stuck before. So it's time to give the old girl some love because she is good to us. But alrighty, I'm gonna get this fired up, moved out of the way. Valve cover gasket on 27, and then the hood's going back on. I'm not so worried about the AC at this point. It would be good to have it. I am gonna see if I can move these mirrors so I can see when I back up. The more I look at this thing, the more I like it. Like, previous owner took a lot of good care of it. Wires are all in good shape for the age. So they're 466s. These are seeked after motors. Got a good pump on it. We got to run through, change filters and change oil and all that. But like AC's all, somebody did it up at some point. So we should have some cool AC. Most of the belts are pretty good. Yeah, it's an older machine, but somebody, and like the mice started chewing on it from it sitting around, but never actually, I haven't found a chewed wire yet. Oh, never mind, I just spoke too soon. There's one right there. So we just got to find out that one and work on that one. But most all the wires I've seen have been in good shape. A radiator cap here. Yep. So this is definitely somebody's pride and joy. It, I believe, the previous owner. So there we go. Can we see that from there, you think? Okay, if we're sitting here. Oh, that's so much better. Now we can see when we back up. Quinn did say that it's missing a bolt in the top of the cab, so we gotta, yeah, gotta get that fixed. Well, get one. But otherwise, whew, we'll spend a day going through everything, changing fluids on what we need to, like engine oil and all that stuff. But yeah, that engine oil does not look bad. I take it the previous owner was pretty meticulous in some of his working. We rode around on Dana's 7720 last year. I think yours is a 77, I believe. Okay. So yeah, all of the augers that I have seen, they've all looked really, really good. So these tops also flip up, bin extensions. It's gonna be a big girl. Whew. Let me flip that other one. Well, really don't have to flip it. To get in the door, you do. But. Oh yeah. Hey, we're missing both the bolts actually. So we got to do that, which isn't the end of the world. Put the panels back on, stuff like that. But overall, plenty of life left in all this, all the augers. So oh, big bin extension guy. Damn, this is gonna be a unit. So now that door can swing open. But yeah, air filter, fuel filters, oil filters, run through it all. This is a big unit, that is for sure. They're 10, I think I'm doing my math right, they're 10 inches wider, the whole machine, whole separating part of the machine, than a 7720. I believe that's what it is. And then we slap the duals on and it gets pretty wide. But fuel tank, yeah, somebody put some effort into some of this stuff. We do have to put an actual hitch. That's when you get stuck hitch. But we got to put a hitch to pull the wagon around, or our cart around, because that's probably going to do us better. Yeah, a lot of learning to do, but that blocks down or something. But I'm excited for it. So that's detached there, which that's a sensor, I believe. Yeah, to know that product's coming off. Same with that's detached there, so we'll have to see if that works. Maybe they detached it on a reason. Probably could use a new pin there from doing this all the time. But overall, like, it is all here. You excited to run the combine this fall? Hang out with me and chase stuff out of the fields? You ran the combine. Red one. Let's go ahead and close this up for the day. You guys will see in a minute. I do got to go in that box trailer. We got to get something out of the box trailer. Wasn't expecting to have this needed today. But yeah, God, she looks good sitting over there. I know a bunch of people are worked up that I bought a combine, and I bought it 5 months ago. And I know there's some people that are like, you need to hire it custom done. I don't know many people with an 8-row head to begin with. Okay, so we could run a 4 or 12. And at the end of the day, everything I'm doing now is to set myself up for the future. So if I got I spent a long time looking and waiting on that combine. Let some go that probably weren't as in good shape for more money. And I'm glad that worked out. I'm glad I got the head and that worked out. And honestly, interest rates and everything else like that, when I locked in, I was pretty good. So just because you don't have a combine doesn't mean you got to be all negative. Alrighty, we got to jump in the box trailer and find something in there, because somebody is coming here to get it. And Norman's up there Usually they travel pretty close together, but Norman's hanging out up there and they're over there. I did top all that grass on the right side, so it should grow back good. We got some weeds in there. How you doing, Norman? Michael Damascus? Now that the sun's coming back out, there was a bee building a nest in here, but this trailer is going to leave before the end of before snow, because I honestly don't want to bother with it. But I still got a lot of parts and things in here that this right here, that's what I need. So, everybody know what that is? Come on. If you've been watching for more than a year, you'll know what that is. This door is absolutely horrible. Gotta get it before the door shuts, right? Usually you need 2 hands for some of this. Alrighty, now that you guys got every area there. It's a water pump for a cloth chopper. Mine doesn't need it right now, so. Well, we know this pickup. What are you doing here? Getting a water pump? For your neighbor is Amish, right? Mennonite, but he have steel wheels on that?
Yep.
Steel wheels on the 695 Class Forage Harvester. So he's getting the water pump because I had a spare one and his went bad. Is his all wobbly around like mine?
It's locked up tight.
Oh, it's locked up? Mine locked up too. And it snapped the belt. But, alrighty. I'll put this in here. Don't forget it in the morning. Otherwise, it's a long trip for nothing. Appreciate you guys watching along. Austin Jeremiah is here. We're going to go for dinner. Have a good one.